Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today we are checking the update schedule notice of this Wednesday and it looks very nice. Actually, what we predicted was not correct, but in some degree we are getting P-rates in some degree, P-rates episode. But let's check it out. So you'll be from 5 AM UTC and no time to finish, so it maybe will take a longer time because this update is kind of unique. You guys will understand why. First for everything, finally, Higgledy Company, finally. This was update September in Korean server. It was like 2 months on game, and now finally we are having it. This was together with the P-rates, but I tell you guys, we are not getting the P-rates. If you guys are curious about how is this Higgledy Company mode system, you guys can check a video. I made this video a long time ago, so there you can check information because it's kind of complex. Just to briefly show you guys, here is the Higgledy Company. It's a system that you get basically elemental damage and elemental defense. Also, you can combine the Higgleds to get some accuracy, some attack. You see here's attack, defense. So depends on the set, you can get certain effects. You see some are good. So for example, if you combine these Higgleds here, at least 2 of them, you get 5000 HP. So each of them have a specific like defense, some gives attack. For example, I use this 4 here, so it increases your attack of that the Higgleds give you in 7%. So they have different aspects, so it's very good to combine them sometimes to have a good. This is the best one, the rare ones, 15% attack, but it's very hard to have. I have only 2. Oh, I using 2, so it's enough. So anyway, so that's how it works. This is the stats you can get. This is far from the best, but this is what you can get. You can get like 200,000 here if you're very high level. So the system works. You have to upgrade them and you have to sacrifice them to get. So for example, these are in this element here. For example, here's the 6-star. So it's kind of complex, guys. You need a lot of, for example, I will give an example for you guys. For example, this one. So you need to use, I normally use the 1-star and 2. So if I want to get another star, I have to get another 2. But if I want to get more stars, I need to upgrade more 5 stars for each of these, and they make this 6-star. So you need a lot of them, guys. And here this page used for upgrade, you can get new status. So it's kind of random what you can get. For example, here I get defense, attack, and evasion. So you see this is a probability to get each of them. Critical defense, accuracy. So let's try this one. You have to try. Oh, we got. So you see. Oh, I got a little bit accuracy. That's good. Let's try again. Oh, fail. So it's just an example for you guys because this is kind of complex. You guys can watch my video. Of course, we can kind of sacrifice them and get more pages. So according to what you upgrade, you get more CP also. They have so many, guys. The rare ones, normal ones. So it's a nice system. You can get a lot of elemental damage, and you have to make a build for each element you have. So each of the 5 elements. So it's kind of complex, and it can be confusing because you can think, for example, I'm using now, this is the light. Let me just check. Dark. So see, even me, I got confused. So it can be a little confusing because we think, okay, I'm using dark, so I should use only dark Higgleds. And the answer is not. Because when you are using dark element, your enemies are attacking you in light, right? So for example, you should use light, this one, because he gives you light defense. So it can be a little confusing. So this is dark and this gives dark attack. But they have some dark For example, this one gives dark defense. You're attacking a light one, so you don't need to use him. So you have to be very cautious about it. But see, I think it just now, for example, sometimes you cannot have HAL elements fully upgraded. So my biggest suggestion is you just put the strongest one at first. And then later you polish, for example, this one I just upgraded recently, put 6 star. And these are the rare ones. So you need more copies to get, so it takes time. But it's a good boost in your CP. Also, there will be this system here, this stone that you can enter a dungeon. I can make a video just to explain this. But it's a very nice mode. You can bring your friends to fight some monsters, and in there you can get Higglets. But you can get the Higglets from dailies. They have so many events they have every day. From the dailies, you can get a lot. So you constantly will have a lot of Higglets. So this is the Higglets, okay. And now Higgledy's Handbook. So this is here, another system here. Well, let me see if I found here. So you have to complete this, depending on what you do. It's very challenging actually. This is use the stone, I didn't use a lot. And then here, 1000 diamonds. So it's nice. Here the stones I told you guys. Here the random page to get these Higglets, contract them. And this, another one. So you see the chance to get the rare ones so hard. Even the 4 stars. So normally you get a lot of 1, 2 stars. And prepare gold, you need a lot of gold. I hope they don't put Teruit to upgrade this. If they put, it will be very challenging. Oh, nice! Oh, no, I didn't check this one. Natrum, Frozen Laboratory, Fairy Mount Know-How, Tier 5 and 6. Wow, 6 even. That's nice. I think I made a video long time ago about this. But 5 is here, 6, 127. Of course, gets a little harder. 6, 127. I think this one is 105 and 2. I'm not very sure. This is the new mode. It's not now. But 127. So that's nice, guys. New titles. Border Pass expansion. If you guys are curious, I made a video about it. They are quite fast, actually. They came in this recently on Korean server, actually. For example, here in 60. We can go past, I think, which one I upgrade? I think here. So for example, here I get everything. So you can go until level 100 now. And yeah, I think in the future you will pass that. Yeah, I'm already 116. So you can get much more prize, get a new title. So that's very nice. A lot of diamonds, and you just expand. I think it's 3000 diamonds to expand the upper part. So that's very nice. So achievements, Tattoo Plus, there will be a new one. New in-game report system. Oh my god, this took such a long time, guys. This was a big problem. We could, I hope that we can do this on Lava Valley or some other system, even against bots or something. Oh, guys, it's almost a year of game. Let's see how it works, in which situations this works. Fix improvements, let's see. Use HAL tickets, finally. So we can use like 5 tickets and we can finish it fast. I was waiting for this, I was skipping always 7 tickets. So now I can use 5 at once. So Mecarago medal finally open. I don't know why they close it. So Newbie System, that's very nice. So for new players, I think I'm making an account that will showcase how the system works. Maybe some newbie videos. You guys tell me later if you guys are interested. And now the most interesting, new familiar, Sunshine. So we have the new episode, the Fated Challenge card. That's nice, guys. So Signs of a New World was just a check-in. But we have the Fated card. And now Kona is back also. So I showcase you guys how is Sunshine and why this familiar is very good. In my opinion, it's from these 3 familiars together with Toko. It's one of the familiars that last longer and is still useful in Familiar Arena, for example. Many players use it. So his defense, light element. So he's a solid defender that can clear the buff, making useful in broad variety situations. So he's connected to this Fated Challenge card episode. So his skills, passive, let's just show a little bit. Maybe later I'll make a video more deep explanation. But basically his passive, reduce dark damage by 1%, reduce dark damage taken by party members by 0.5. For every light familiar in your build, increase blind resistance by 15%. Okay. Boost you and your familiar damage in the Fated Challenge card in the dungeon. If you guys watch some videos, I have a video I trying to beat the boss on this episode. It's quite challenging. So active skill, 250 light damage for 5 seconds, reduce enemy accuracy by 10%, 20%, clear 2 buffs from you, and it clears 1 debuff from your party members. This can be useful in some degree, but see, sometimes with situation someone you debuff you, sometimes they stun you, you can run away from it, but I don't know, sometimes I don't see many people using him in PvP, for example, but maybe for some defensive builds can be useful. But from what I see more is Adventure Arena for sure. So he attacks nearby enemies, has a chance to increase part defense and increase chance to decrease enemies attack. So 50% of chance for 5 seconds increase the part familiar defense by 20%. And this Awaken 0. Awaken 10 is 40%, guys. So for a defensive team, guys, imagine this, the boar, the Toko, Shrimp Parlor, this will be invincible. And you guys will see, they use a lot. 50% for 5 seconds decrease enemies familiar attack by 10%. And here 20%. So you can increase 20% of an enemy's attack. So I think from all these familiars we got for free, this is one of the best, to be sincere. If you guys are curious, I show you guys the builds here. So let's see, Sunshine, you see? But this is a crazy Sunshine, even whale one. But it's good one. Here, you see, they use a lot in defensive things. He even used the debuff. This is a new system. Increase the death on the front familiars and decrease the enemy attack. So they are using very defensive. You see, defensive. Another one. So another one. Another one here. But of course, this is for defensive. Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea to use him in attack. Here, defensive. With the boar. I'm very curious to see this team here. This is the new familiar we just got. So you guys can have an idea. It's almost present. So this is very free to play actually. Of course, this is very hard to get achieve. But with 1 year and a half of the game, if you use how the egg selectors, you can achieve very close to it. So just you guys have an idea. This also, you see, I told you guys, it'll be almost impossible. So Sunshine is here, a lot, you see. So in top 100 is almost mandatory to have it. You see, almost, I don't know, 60-70% of people using. Only the top guys, they are not using it because there's some ways to counter it. So that's the new familiar Sunshine. So I highly recommend you guys to try to get as much copies of him as you can. So they have this and a fated card episode, guys. That's nice. This episode is nice. Oh, they even use the same name, the fated challenge card. So in this episode you meet Gosling. Well, they update almost the same time. It was 10th of February of last year. Almost the same time, guys. So they have a story dungeon. You guys can check my video later. Challenge also. So they have also these poison monsters. You use the cards also to get rewards from doing the boss fights. So you can increase the difficulty of the boss, and the rewards are constant together with it. Each of them have a different meaning. Later you can drop this from monsters and they will be a specific dungeon that's so hard that you can use it. But I think later I'll do a video just to explain, because it's very unique and we can show it in the game also. So we have also a new costume, Milky Way costume. If you guys are curious, I will make a video about it. Also they have the crystal ball, but it is like the lamp, like the genie. Is not the crystal ball equipment, but you can get some boost. So episode tokens, very similar to what we did before. So that's a nice episode. And Kuni is back, guys. That's nice. If you wanna get a copy of him, is a good choice. But it's kind of funny, to be sincere, because actually together with this episode, now I realize it, together with these episodes, another familiar. This one, I think they launch in 2 weeks. When they launch the proper episode, they launch him. So it is connected to the Fated Challenge card. His name is Whis, and he boosts the dark damage by your party. That's a nice familiar. I plan to showcase him. Some people use him in Familiar Arena because for 5 seconds damage dealt to the enemy, one enemy is increased. So it can be a good way to finish your enemy very fast, because he increases your image 50%. So if you can do double damage to some enemies. But the problem is only one enemy. If nobody's attacking, there's no use, right? And of course he increased the story episode dungeon by 200% damage dealt. So that's very nice. That's a nice update. This came much later, guys. This came... These new tiers, I even have a video showing it. This was like in May. And this one was kind of very recent also. So they are rushing a lot of these contents. And it is a kind of sad, like... If they're bringing the Higgledy Company now, it means that the P rates maybe we are not face it. I think they are planning to postpone the Higgledy, the P rates, because you can do still the quests in a side story. Maybe they will just implement that. Let's see. Actually, the P rates was not very well welcome by the community when the launch of Korean server. Many people quit the game because of that, and it was the second episode, so I think the developers are kind of traumatized. And if they launch it on global, maybe many players will complain and quit the game, because it's very hard. They have some platforms modes that if you are not playing, if you're playing the cell phone, it can be very frustrating, because it can easily fall and it takes a lot of time to finish the quests. So I think only if they are changing the way you do that P rates, so they're trying to get some time. But it's good, we are getting the Higgledy Company mode. And that's it. Are you guys excited for it? So my bet was 50% correct, because we got the Higgledy and we got this one also fitted card. So let's go, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and see you on the next video.